All right, so today is a long run. Came back down to my local state park, as you can see. Got the Hoka Speedgoat 5s on for today. It's not about pace today, it's just about time in my running shoes. So the format is to run for an hour and 15 minutes and then have 10 minutes to cool down. So an hour and 25 minutes in total for the workout today. Again, not really worried about the pace at all. It's really more about time and effort, and I'm going to try to keep the effort low. I am going to be running the trails, and the trails do add a bit of difficulty or requires a bit more effort than it would be if I was just out road running. But I'm still going to do my best to keep the effort lower today, a little bit lower today, which means that I likely will be running a much slower pace. And that's okay. That's okay. This is the first long run of this training block. We'll have 15 more to go after this one. But when you say it like that, that's not very many. That just is not very many to help us prepare to run a marathon. But it's going to be enough. Trust me, it'll be enough. I've done this before, and it's always worked out. It's always worked out. So I am just walking to the trailhead. I've already done all my mobility stuff at home, and then probably just a little bit extra today. Spent a little extra time on my troubled areas because I knew that I would be in my shoes a little bit longer today. An hour, basically an hour and a half. That's about double what I've been putting in. So it should be fun. It should be a lot of fun today. It's colder, as you can see. We got a bit of snow on the ground, a little bit of ice here and there. It's about 28 degrees Fahrenheit, so a little below zero if you're like your temperature in Celsius. All right, I'm gonna take you guys along for this workout. We'll chit chat a little bit along the way, as we have done in the past. I never know where that conversation is going to take me or take us. It's just kind of whatever the thoughts are out on the run. So you guys feel free to talk in the comment section below. I'd love to hear about your long runs and how they're going. I am going to do a little bit of the hardpack trail, but I'm passing that up because I'm going to start on a trailhead that's down here just a little ways, and we'll see how that goes. It's still going to be pretty muddy, I know that, even though it's below freezing. The ground has not had a chance to firm up, so that's something I'm going to really be paying attention to. If it's just too much, if it's requiring too much effort on my part, then I will move to the hardpack dirt, which will be a little bit easier, and if I have to, I'll just run back and forth on that section until I get my hour and 25 minutes in. All right, with that, I'm going to let you guys go, and we'll talk more here in a minute. Definitely still muddy out here. Oh boy, my feet are slipping and sliding, even in the Speedgoat 5s. So that tells you something, because these do have pretty good grip, but it doesn't help you too much if the mud is as deep as it is right now in some of these areas. Whew. Oh, I have to kind of slow down and do a few side steps here. Oh, unfortunately my feet are already wet, and I'm about, I don't know, just a few minutes into this workout. Oh, I know that they're going to be some chilly toes at the end of this. Oh boy. Oh boy, so I just crossed this bridge over here. I don't know if you guys can make it out in the camera or not. Back over here. And, whoo, boy, that was a little scary because it was just a thin coat of ice across the whole thing. So I had to basically walk across it, kind of holding the rail. So I just kept sliding everywhere. Oh boy. I wasn't really expecting that. I've run across that bridge many times. I've never had it be quite so slippery as it was today. Oh boy. Oh boy, so the trails, it just seems to be a little more than what I wanted it to be today. You know, I'm just not in as good shape as I will be at the end of this training block. So I need to run according to where my fitness level is today. And I've got a long ways to go. I enjoy the journey. So along those lines, I popped out of the trails out onto the 2-track. This part of it is paved, but just up here it turns back to gravel, and should be a little bit easier running, a little less taxing. And I am not moving fast, and I know my heart rate is up there, so you know, that's why I decided to pop out of the trails and try to make it a little bit of an easier run than it was turning out to be. So I got about 40 minutes left in this workout, so about 30 minutes running, 10 minutes cool down. So I'm just gonna enjoy it. So today is the first day of the new year, so that might be kind of fun to talk about New Year's resolutions, if you have any. So we can talk about that in the comment section below. Do you guys do New Year's resolutions? If you do you have one that you'd like to share with us as a group? Now for me personally, I'm sure I'll set some goals, and my number one goal for this year is to run healthy. That's my big goal. So hopefully we'll make that happen. Oh boy. So the long workout is done for today. Looks like I went a little over 8 miles. Gotta kind of wait for my watch to flip around. I didn't catch it the first time. 8.31 miles, 10-14 minute mile pace on average. You know, it felt pretty good to be out here. I enjoyed running on the trails, but they were just a little bit more difficult. You know, at times they were so muddy and there's so much water standing around that I had to kind of stop and kind of bob and weave my way through off the trail, trying to find a somewhat dry path to get through, and didn't really happen. I think I got wet every single time I came upon, you know, one of those spots on the trail. So eventually I just gave up and popped out onto the main road, as you know. So all right, well, that's it for today's video. Tomorrow I believe is going to be just some yoga, as I normally do. Other than that, it'll be more or less a rest day in terms of, you know, the types of workouts. But I think they have yoga optional listed on my training plan, and I'll definitely do that. That's the way I have to start every day, I'll be honest. You know, I am fast approaching 60. I get out of bed in the morning. If you're up there in years, boy, everything is stiff and a bit sore. So yoga helps me to limber up a little bit so I can enjoy the rest of my day. So that's something that I do every day, something I have to do every day. And if you're younger, and you know, hopefully that won't happen to you, you know. Continue to stretch and run and work out, and you should be just fine. All right, you guys, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you. As always, run tall, run strong, be kind of one another. Thanks for watching, and I will see you. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll post the video tomorrow. Maybe I'll give you a first look at the Boston Marathon jacket. Whew.